KDP is completely oversaturated. No one is making any money with it anymore. Have you heard that? Probably. There's so many videos now about people who are quitting KDP, and I wanted to reassure you that money can still be earned. I've now been doing KDP for around 14 months. Every month I make a nice little additional income. Currently I've got around 15, 16 books out there, and I would say 4 or 5 of those books I make sales on every single day. So there is hope. There is definitely potential. But today, in order to give you that inspiration, I wanted to take you through another KDP author that I think is really worth you taking a look into. I think they're absolutely incredible for everything that they're doing. And yeah, let's jump into it. Let me first show you a book, because actually before I even knew that KDP existed, I personally bought one of their books. So let me show you this book first of all. So this is the book, Toddler colouring book, and it's really good. It's like, I bought it for my first child when he was, I think it was maybe his 2nd or 3rd birthday. Got him a pack of like chunky crayons, and this is kind of the market that this is at. So if you can see, it's like a really basic cover. I say basic, it's not basic at all, really. A lot of thought has gone into it, but it tells you exactly what it's doing. You've got letters, numbers, shapes, and colours. So if I flick you through, so as you can see, my kids have been doing it. It is at, 2-3-year-old level. But so you've got D. So you've got the D on that side, and then you've got the dog on this side. Let me hold it like that. There we go. So you can see there. Then if I scroll through, S and snake, but they're really kind of simple pictures. And then we go into numbers. So you've got number 2 and 2 little kittens. But the images themselves are very much child friendly and very much blocky. Then we go into the shapes, and it tells you what shape they are at the bottom. Into colours. And then just on the back page, a load of colours as well. And then at the back, we've got a little certificate that the child can colour in. I think the first page, what was the first page? Oh, it's this page belongs to. Now, if you can make anything out on that, that's incredible. As you can see, like I say, it is a family colouring book. So my first has used it. My second is now currently using it. And I think this is kind of what I would say is a really simple book to create. But time has gone into it. It has been thought about. If you can see on the back as well there, so the back page is just simply some images from inside the book. And then down here, you've got a list of their other books. Now, what I think is really interesting and something for you guys to bear in mind, they haven't used KDP's 3 ISBN. Now, who is this amazing colouring book by? I hear you ask. It's by Colouring Book Kim. And she's got quite a few colouring books out there. This is just one of them. This is not her bestseller, but it is one of her biggest sellers. I assume a her, to be honest. Obviously, we know KDP can be anyone. It could be a man. I'm not sure. She might create these, or she might have other people create them for her. I couldn't tell you that information. But what I did want to take you through today is kind of the breakdown of the book. And so, yeah, like we say, really good cover, really good back cover. It's got the ISBN numbers for some of the other colouring books as well, which is really good. The ISBN is not the free KDP one. You can tell that because it's got a small QR code. And essentially, that means that they're purchasing them separately. So there is a bit of additional outlay there. But what I wanted to do is let's take you through some of the statistics. Let's have a look at some of the different things that Colouring Book Kim is doing. So when you get to becoming quite a popular author on Amazon KDP, you can then start to use your name as a keyword. So here I've typed in Kim's Colouring Book, and here we can see, so this very first book, which is actually advertised on the back of the Toddler colouring book that I've shown you, has got a BSR of 295. This one here, again, we're being aimed at toddlers, so they've clearly looked into this niche. You can see it was published back in March 2001. There is no A+ content. It is simply a picture of the front cover and the back cover. But the back cover, again, very similar to this one, although it's not advertising other people's. This book's charged at $5.95, so not massive margins, but relatively good. It's being aimed at 2 to 3 year olds. And then if we scroll down here, this is where they put a little bit more into their listing. So this is kind of where I would say they've got their A+ content. Then they've managed to put in the graph, or chart I should say, which is showing some of the other books and who they're aimed at. And as you can see, all the colouring books, they're really like colourful, bright, and I would say really aimed at the market they're supposed to be aiming at. Then we've got the reviews, 4.8 out of 5, and there's over 5,000 reviews at the time of filming. Then you've got other people in here, look, showing their videos of the book. We've got the About the Author page, which takes you through to their website, so they're probably selling even more copies that way as well. You've got the branding, which also appears on each of the backs of the pages. And then here we've got into the reviews. So look, perfect for beginners. We've got some pictures of the inside of the book. Almost perfect here. They would just like it if the paper were a bit thicker, which we tend to find this with KDP colouring books anyway. And we've discussed that in the past, different ways around it. But ultimately, I think if you're making colouring books for small children, as you can see by mine, multiple different things have been used. So we've had colouring pencils, crayons, felt tips, everything. And actually, I don't think it's that bad. So if we type Colouring Book Kim over into our BookBolt, under the seller, it comes up that she's got 38 books. So here we go. So this is the first one, 288 on the BSR, just over 700 sales. This one here, 1,350. This one here, 1,429. Like, they are repeating time and time again. Here we've got amazing patterns aimed at a different market. This is the book that I've just shown you. Over 500 sales every single month. Really good reviews. Another one aimed more at adults. This is your letter tracing, more a workbook. But once you get known for something, then I think you can really diversify out of it. So I think you can definitely push the boundaries. Then we've got blank comic books, which are really easy to create over on BookBolt. If you'd like to see a tutorial on that, let me know. I'd be happy to put that together for you. You've got minimalist modern art, simple mandalas. Again, we've still got in the 11,000s for the BSR, 16,000 for the BSR, 21,000. But we're still talking over 300 sales every single month, even with BSRs at this level. Another blank comic book, but just a slightly different style. We've got sketchbooks, kawaii, let me know how you say that as well. And now we're starting to get a bit higher. So here we've got a sketchbook that hasn't really sold. We're getting roughly 1 sale a month on that one. Another one, very similar. So they've gone down the sketchbook road like most of us. These are all in 2021. This is 2020. So these are perhaps some of the older books before they've kind of really found their niche. $3.99, $5.99 for this one. Again, really low on the sales. But I think if you just look at those top few, Oh, some of these have actually been removed as well. But if you actually look at the top few, which are like receiving over 700 sales every single month, that's insane. Why wouldn't you want just a small bit of that pie? So let's take a look and put it into our KDP calculator, and let's just see what kind of money we think Colouring Book Kim is making per month with these kind of sales. I mean, we are talking really, really low BSRs. So we're talking, you know, incredible number of sales. And I'm not saying that you're going to go out there and make 800 sales a month on one book. You've got to find something that people really want. And she may have got in there, made a name for herself before this all became such huge business. And I would say now it's definitely grown. So if we just put all the details into here about the sizes of the books, how many pages, what she's listing for, and then this is giving us, so on Amazon.com, we're looking at 73 cents per book sold. So if we type that into our calculator, let's have a look. So 0.73 times, what was the sales? 733. So this is going to be her monthly profit on just one book. So $535 basically. The next one is not far off that either. So if we, let's say we're earning around $500 per book. This one here, she's got a larger profit margin. So we're up to like 500 there. Let's say 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6. And now the numbers are starting to get a bit lower. So even if we said every 2 was 500, so let's say that about 6.5, 7. I mean, you are talking, that's 7.5, 8. You're talking this single business, this single KDP business is probably looking around $8,000 to $10,000 every month. When you've got peak seasons like Christmas coming up, Thanksgiving coming up, things that we're actually gifting, you're probably then going to be thinking in the sort of November, December months, we're probably going to be selling a lot more. Plus, as we discovered, she has purchased her own ISBNs, which does mean that she does not just have to sell these books over on KDP. She can sell these in other places as well. So this is actually really huge. She could be making such good money. So what do we really think? Is it worth it? Well, only you can really decide if it's worth you putting in your time and effort into these books. For me personally, I really believe that it is. I think I can already see these positive results. I know as my books are going along, the quality is getting better. I'm definitely looking to do a video in the new year around actually hiring someone to do my cover and my internal content. So if you're interested in me documenting that process, let me know and I'll definitely record some footage for that and put it together. And we can kind of compare a book that I would do compared to a professional off of like Fiverr or Upwork, something along those lines. But yeah, this person is making $8,000 to $10,000 every single month from, she's got 38 books. She hasn't overly saturated the market. She's definitely tried different things. If we look at the notebooks, she's tried some adult colouring books as well as the children's. She's definitely thinking about what age bracket is going to be interested in these books. So I really do believe in Amazon KDP. I do not think it's dead. I think you guys need to keep going with it. And let me know if there's any tutorials that you would love to see in the new year. Can't wait to see you soon. Bye.